toys are something that can go on to define a generation. However, there aren't many toys that have the honor of defining multiple generations. You know what I mean? Toy lines that have been around forever. Stuff like Barbie, Lego, or hey, even stuffed animals if you want to go that far. While there are a lot of nostalgic toys that we could talk about, I just don't want to. But I do want to talk about one specific nostalgic toy. A toy that I feel is slowly but surely gonna be one of those multi-generational child's playthings. Oh, well, ha ha ha, ha ha. Surprise, surprise, I suck at things. Okay, I'll own up to it. Maybe skateboarding just isn't the right hobby for me. I mean, there's gotta be a way. Maybe I can still learn this, but start off small. You know, baby steps, right? The fingerboard is a simple pick-up-and-play toy that I'm pretty sure you're no stranger to. The earliest history of fingerboards goes back to the 60s and 70s, where people would typically just make mini skateboard replicas. Later on, these models could be found at skate shops where they were often sold as keychains. It wouldn't be until the 1980s that skateboarding would make its mark on pop culture, which in turn made fingerboarding a hot topic. In 1985, a video from Bones Brigade, a popular group of young skaters, would have what many consider to be the first live footage of fingerboarding in action. Although fingerboards existed through the 80s, it wouldn't be until 1999 that a little company known as X Concepts would popularize and mass produce what we know as the tech deck. Okay, so in case you guys aren't familiar with what a tech deck is, this is a tech deck right here. A little fingerboard, mini skateboard, just like the real thing. It's just like the real thing. I was never good at tech decking. A lot of people weren't ever good at it either. So I'm not alone, and that's nice. Okay, so I'll give it a shot. We'll try to jump. We'll try to get this to jump over a skateboard. So, okay, that didn't work. Okay, so never mind. I'm not gonna do that trick anymore. Let's try a kickflip. Was that a kickflip? Did I do it first try? Did I just do it? Dude, okay, that was good. That was actually good. So now that we got that trick out of the way, I don't actually have a skate park here. I didn't buy any set. I wasn't feeling like it. It was kind of expensive, honestly. And it's not in the budget. Maybe someday it'll be in the budget, but I probably won't ever talk about tech decks again, so. Let's just try to make our own skate park then, right? Alright, so here's my skate park that I came up with in a couple seconds. As you can see here, we got the double W's of destruction, and over here we have the double D's of destruction. I'm gonna flip off. Ready? Oh, that was cool. That was awesome. You know, I think Tech Deck is just one of those toys that was at the right place at the right time. When I was a kid, I remember there was a point in time where everyone was trying to be a skater. There were a bunch of skateboarding video games being developed, and for a while, everything just had that 2000s punk aesthetic. Alongside this, it also helped that X Concepts was able to collaborate with real skate brands, which made the Tech Deck feel legit. There was an obvious difference between just a plain old fingerboard and a Tech Deck. But you know, there's a common problem with the Tech Deck. While it's a pick up and play toy, it's still pretty difficult to learn. Now of course it takes time and practice to learn just about anything, but if you're a kid you probably don't have that kind of patience, right? Okay, if you're me then you probably don't have that kind of patience, right? So what do we do about that? So, in 2001, X Concepts went on to launch a whole new spin-off line called Tech Deck dudes. These dudes were little, magnetic thumbs that had a cool skateboard of their own. And really, that's all there is to say about these. If you weren't skilled enough to play with the real Tech Deck, then, well, this is your go-to. And as an unskilled child, this is my go-to. This is what this is what I went to. I still like the Tech Deck. We still owned Tech Decks, but I mean the dudes is just so much cooler, especially since they're bright and colorful. And as a kid, bright and colorful is where it's at. This is where it's at, obviously. So there are a lot to talk about. There's a lot of them. They grew arms over time. Pretty cool. Just little magnetic guys. Stick them on your board. Woohoo! 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 I don't really necessarily look at a robot and think this is a skateboarding toy. But it's a nostalgic toy nonetheless, and that's what we're here to talk about, is nostalgia. And boy, do I have nostalgia for the Tech Deck dude. I mean, it is crazy. Making trips to Target to go get a Tech Deck dude, just one? I don't even remember how much they cost. Was it worth it? Maybe. But it made a childhood fun. And really, that's kind of all that matters at the end of the day, right? A fun childhood. I bet you can't relate. I'm sorry. And that's it. That's all there is to it. That was the fun, because, you know, play sets weren't really around. Or they were around, but they were expensive. Couldn't afford them. So, speaking of the play sets, I don't have any. So, I guess I gotta make my own skate park again. I guess you could just recycle the Tech Deck play sets and then just use them for the dudes and then pretend everyone's skating. But I'm not going to do that. So a little wave to the people. And this is it. Woo! 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 That was pretty crazy. It's sort of funny. Tech Deck dudes started off as thumbs, but over time X Concepts just sort of gave them arms and really crazy designs. So I don't know, they really didn't look like thumbs anymore, but they still had that trademark fingernail design, so you know what, let's not think too hard about this. Something pretty sweet about Tech Deck in general is the cool playsets that were available. The fingerboards had a ton of playsets that were pretty much just scaled down versions of real life ramps, half pipes, stairs, and stuff like that. Now the dudes got a little more creative. Most of the time the dude playsets were all about racing, which is cool and all, but as the dudes got more advanced, so did the complexity of these sets. I mean, it went from ramps, to jumping, to bowling, to... I got the whole shebang, the whole playset right here. This is the Van Farmer. This is what my 6-year-old dreams were made of, I promise. I don't know if that's sad for a 6-year-old, but this might be sad for... So, opening this. Wow, that just broke. This is a playset. This was released. This is something that they thought was a good idea. You can see in this camera, there's like not even, it's not smooth. There's no way you're just gonna go zoo and then just could go to the other side of the half pipe. So, I know what you've been waiting for. And I read your mind, don't worry. You want to see someone go from the top? Oh! His leg broke off. Someone get the ER? You're probably wondering my opinion. Does Tech Deck dudes, Tech Deck dudes hold up today in this year? I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say. Granted, I'm not 7 years old anymore playing with a Tech Deck dude. I'd rather not play with toys. I'm not about that life. My maturity has gone slightly up. I'm not willingly going to go, hey guys, grab a tech deck, dude, let's race. I'd rather not play with toys. I'd rather play with like butt or something, but you know, I guess this will do. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's close enough, right? Maybe it'd be fun. You'd have to spice it up a little bit.
While the tech deck would go on to be a hot seller, I think it's safe to say that the tech deck dudes reached their peak around 2007. In fact, sometime during 2007, X Concept would no longer be the one producing tech deck, as the entire brand would now be under control of the company known as Spin Master. Spin Master sorta kept the dudes alive for a little bit, I mean, to the best of their ability. Even as a kid, I remember seeing a difference in quality and popularity. Tech deck dudes were getting harder to find in stores, and even the quality of the figure dropped to some degree. The biggest difference came from the fact that the newer dudes weren't even magnetic anymore. Spin Master slowly took away the magnetic boards and opted to stick the dudes onto their boards with the use of a little peg instead. But that's not all. I don't know the exact year this happened, but full-sized magnetic tech deck dudes just disappeared altogether, leaving only those good old fingerboards that we all know and love.
Well, thanks to our good friends at Spin Master, the fun isn't over just yet. We got tech deck for the newer generation. Hey, I'm just saying, I don't know if this is my skill or... Well, okay. So yeah, these are actually not too bad, but kind of lonely without the tech deck dudes. Oh wait, wouldn't you know it? Spin Master revived the tech deck dude, and this is pathetic. Honestly, I know this is not for my age demographic. This is for, again, a much younger audience. But I was there for the originals. This is not anything like the originals. Alright, whatever. I'm going to open this. Let me clear this. We'll get to this. I had to order this on eBay because I did not see this in stores, honestly. Wow. Okay, they got their own little skateboard. They're not magnetic. They're not magnetic. You see that? Wow. Disappointment. Disappointment. Not very fun. There's not even any play sets. Oh, wait. Yes, there is. You know, I had to get it. A whole mini tech deck dude play set. The skate crate, if you will. If you buy a bunch of these, I can imagine 6-year-old me going like, I need all of them. I need more of these crates. I need a skate empire. Modern day me, this is a waste. You only get about 5 inches of fun. I don't even know if there's a way to make these fun. Maybe. We can give it a shot. So yeah, that's where tech deck is at now. Did you really need to know all this? Not really. Are you glad you did? Please say yes, please. Anyway, come to think of it, tech deck just really isn't for me. I'm not a little kid anymore to be playing with the tech deck dudes. I'm not skilled enough, and I'm not really all that interested, with all due respect to the fingerboard community, to play with full-size tech deck fingerboards. But yeah, anyway, I've been promoted to big boy skating, you know, a big boy board for making big boy moves. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to give the skating thing another shot. I just hope it goes well. See ya.